Hi, this is Supreet here. Today, as part of this Mindset Transformation series, we'll be talking about one of the most important factors that drives transformation. And if you get that right, transformation will happen automatically. So, what's that one thing? It's your belief system. So, what forms your belief system? Primarily, it consists of subconscious thoughts and feelings, things that you're not even aware of, right? And the second part is your perception of the world or your current reality. How do you change your perception or your feelings, right? So, your perception is related to what you're thinking, and hence, the age old adage of change your thinking and you change yourself, right? But what's the challenge there? An average human kind of thinks 70 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So how do you monitor and control such a large volume of data or thoughts, right? And how do you transform from those thoughts being predominantly negative to positive? Okay, so let's address that. So what are thoughts and what's their relation with feelings? Spiritually speaking, feelings are considered an expression of your soul or your inner self, right? And some cultures even say that feelings are reflective of your connection to others, the nature and the universe as a whole. So that concept of a universal force. So to change a feeling, you need to change your deeper awareness or consciousness. I will touch upon emotions a bit, but emotions are kind of little irrelevant in this discussion, primarily because they are transient and are considered surface level experiences. So the key thing is feelings here. And thoughts are basically offshoots of your feelings. So in simple words, if you manage your feelings to be predominantly positive, your thoughts will also become positive. Okay. So why are feelings important? Because feelings define your state of mind, which in turn defines your vibration or your internal energy, right? So we are all matter and energy. We all know that from quantum physics. So if you're in higher vibration, you kind of bring positive thoughts because positive thoughts are in higher vibration themselves, right? So if you have positive feelings, and so you'll have positive beliefs, and it's more likely that you'll attract positive things in your life, and the vice versa. So if your beliefs are negative, your feelings are negative, your belief system is negative, you will attract negative thoughts and hence negative things in your life. Let's briefly look at this map of consciousness. Right. So you see that the lower vibrations there, like apathy, guilt, fear, are negative feelings. And when you're operating in those states, which I was also operating at some point, we all operate in the lower vibration feelings some point in our life, right? So when you're in those lower vibrational states, you're trying to do things by force, right? So you're like, the grind, I need to bulldoze this, I need to have that killer spirit, right? In more common parlance, that's called operating from a Newtonian 3D reality model, right? And in this model, the typical behavior is, if I have this, I'll be happy. So programmatically speaking, it's like if then else, right? If I have a car, I'll be happy. If I have a house, I'll be happy, right? People eventually do get there. A lot of success stories which we hear are built from 3D reality, right? Took 20 years, 30 years for them to get there. Are they happy? No, they have burned themselves to the ground in most cases, right? And if you ask them, would you do this journey again? Most likely they will say, no, I don't want to go through this grind for 20, 30 years again, right? Yet most of us are operating in that model. And in that model, which is basically flawed, if you see, if then else, you are never happy, because once you get a car, you think, I get a house, I'll be more happy. Once you get a house, if I get a farmhouse, I'll be happy. Or if I can travel business class, I'll be happy. And hence you never reach there. And it's a never-ending cycle, or we better know this as the rat race, right? So what's the positive side of this? What is the flip side of this, right? So if you're operating in that map of consciousness, right? So there is courage and love and more empowering feelings about them, right? Our sages and rishis in India who have been living a legendary life in Himalayas have been operating in these models, and they reach enlightenment at the end, right? So when you're operating from this state, you are operating by power, right? So you feel empowered, and when you're empowered and when you're operating with power, you have the ability to control space and time, right? Because space and time are constructs in quantum reality, not in 3D reality. And what happens here is things move faster, things move easier. You still need to work, don't get me wrong there. You still need to work, you need to put in the effort, but the effort would not feel like you're going through the grind. You won't burn yourself to the ground. You will enjoy while you take all other aspects of your life together, like whether it's your family, your relationship, which is very key. At least for me, it was very key. I needed to take everything together, right? I didn't just want one thing in my life going very well while I neglect everything else. No, that's not a balanced life. So when you're operating at higher vibration, you will have ability to kind of control space and time, and then you achieve things faster and in a better manner. And the icing on the cake is you're happier and more satisfied. So when you're operating from higher frequencies, your beliefs change easily, and there is a perceptible shift in your reality. The transformation is automatic. The transformation is a side effect, right? So we will be covering shifting the reality in our next video. I didn't want to make this video very long. So here I have covered belief system. I've covered operating from higher vibrational states. So with this, I conclude this video. I would like to leave you with a small activity which kind of will help you, monitor your state, your feelings. So you can set up a very simple sheet and an alarm on your mobile phone. The alarm goes off every hour, or if you're a very busy person, probably every 2 hours. At the end of this hour or 2 hours, just make a note of your feeling, how you're feeling at that point, whether you're happy, whether you feel like loving others, or you have fear. So just make a note of this and track this for a couple of weeks. Automatically, whenever you're writing down your feeling at that hour, you would start correcting it. And if you continue doing this for 21 days, you would shift from predominantly negative feelings into more positive feeling state. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.